figure by this point in the show, you're kind of getting an idea of what Travelin Appalachians Revue hopefully is. But I've had a kind of a burning question tonight, and just raise your hand if you grew up in Appalachia, you had an escape plan as a kid. Did everybody kind of had an idea of what they were going to do post-Appalachia, right? So what is Travelin Appalachians Revue? It comes from the idea or that feeling of being a creative individual in like a small mountain community, feeling that isolation and wanting to escape. Our mission is basically to kind of connect these individuals.
I've kind of forgotten until I got here how it's a pretty spiritual experience to hear all these people doing what they're doing, my good friends. And so I guess I'll start you off with a kind of a gospel issue. I went up to the mountain, and the mountain said, "Rest in me. You're gonna rest your weary head on eternity." I went down to the river, and the river said, "It all melts away, and you're not gonna take it with you when you leave." I keep on doing all things I ought not to be doing. Lady Luck keeps calling me out on her heavenly shore. Just when I think things couldn't get any worse, the sun shines down on my face just a little bit more.
In the Lord's year 2016, we've forgotten to remember that God hasn't been to these mountains since He made them. In the Lord's year 2016, we prayed and prayed to find that baby boy swept away by muddy waters, to find the man that was swept away when he went looking. That's the year we prayed our loved ones were safe, the year we watched the water spill over dams as if they were doorsteps. We had no spirit inside us left to be surprised or angry or anything but tired when the bridges were carried away when 44 or 55.
Wake up, baby, rise and shine. Say a prayer to the God of the megabus line. I'm headed your way at a steady pace. My heart's gonna break when I see your face. I'll miss you most of all. Day to my transition. I don't know why it is that it hurts me like it do. I'm coming home tonight, and if it's not in it goes
So God damn it, I want to build a church. I want to build a church for love and memories, and I want to keep a shrine in there up on the altar for all the scary things, all the things that get mixed up and confused, and the evil in me. I think the Trinity ought to include the devil, if for no other reason than the sun rises in the morning and the sun sets at night, and the moon has its phases, and the seasons still change here.
again.
distant sonar pits, the documentary about us would begin. And it's true, orcas only live to their 20s in captivity. And they rake each other with their teeth in captivity. And they kill people in captivity. But in the wild, Edith, who's to say?
Get ready to go to the last show a punk house venue is ever putting on before they move out of the house and move on with their lives. I see people I haven't seen before, I'm drunk, and it's a good time. She vents to an ex-roommate about her ex-boyfriend situation. We jump and dance and bounce into each other, and I drink another 2 beers as the final band at the final house show plays their final song. And it's time to go home, the show is over, and it's barely 9 p.m. And at this point, we need food.
Just the mangoes near to me. You tease me with the sweet release. You are cruel and you are constant. When my mama's cancer said that she found but then she succumbed to it. But you made a beg for it. Oh Jesus, please I pray. I said
shifting the needles like that gorgeous redhead by the creek, solar plexus rays and all that, turning her face into shiny fish scales. Maybe the tree regaled her with stories of the war, and she'd say, how terrible, but brave. It couldn't tell everything, though, could it? So it expressed emotion the best way it knew how. The pine cone orgasmed, its pine cone seeds unprotected. They descended, maybe like a potato bug, until, well, you've got a toddler on your hands. The saplings have changed. New generation, new forms of heartbreak. The big old trees now haunt, concerned, covered in the luminous strings of light.
The day the city came in large trucks, heavy with machinery, I sat at the window and cried at every limb sawed. And even though it took a few hours, I sat there and I watched every last act of removal like a punishment, as if I deserved to again experience the destruction of something I cared about. It was always so lovely.
City or country, northern or southern, real Appalachian or not Appalachian enough. This isn't reality, even though some people want that simple division. Need that clear line to be real. I didn't know any better back then that that line didn't need to be there. Back then, I still wanted to see it. I was interested in the other side.
Please don't tell my mom that I got more rose in my pocket than I can tell it like a joke, cause it is one. I can dig it like a rat, cause I'm in love. Florida, you got nothing for me.
Children lost to the night, these old cryptids, a superstition of real tragedy. Don Blankenship, 29 lost in mine shaft explosion. Gary Southern, entire Kanawha Valley without clean water, men seeing their own blood crying louder than Abel's beneath the company's bottom line. The ghosts of Pinkerton are still wandering Blair Mountain while the people hear the call of redneck as insult. Is it fighting for money instead of script was something to be ashamed of? Coal is a state religion and people ought to be under the state's thumb, right? Embrace poverty for our Savior, cry its name in the streets until the air is blessed black and we forget every sago. every upper big branch, pray to Mother Charleston every evening, and sing a St. James Justice every morning, I would rather be called heretic, apostate, run underground railroad for those escaping the inquisitors, and plead guilty of the charge of proselytizing in the name of education, art, and diversity. Be burned as a martyr under the rotunda declaring, Sic semper tyrannis, Montanae semper nibiere, to such as tyrants, mountaineers are always free. My call, joining those old souls still lost under the bedrock. Here, world, have your energy here, world. Make your steel, build your buildings, claim whatever you need out of our old Appalachian bodies, tear into our bones. Coat our lungs in dust as dark as the cosmos, as dark as that damn God-forsaken gem we give you every day. Maybe then you will see us as people.
I'm not much of a poet, but I have a tradition of I'll read a poem at these. So if you'll bear with me, I brought up something special to share. It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat, but the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat.